So, very quickly, what gear do you use? I know that you use a lot of relatively cheap stuff. Like,
yeah,
I just noticed you use a Zoom multi-effects.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
What do you think, or what is your opinion on the difference between, you know, like expensive boutique analog pedals and digital effects?
I look at it like clothing. You wear whatever makes you comfortable.
Yeah.
It may be expensive, it may not, and who cares? I don't care what you're wearing, right?
Exactly.
I care who you are, and I look at music the same way. If you care about my pedals, you're missing something. Because my pedals don't make any music. My gear makes no music. Right? If you go on the stage right now and look at my pedals, they don't sound good. Mm-hmm. They don't sound bad. They're silent. Yeah. They only sound good or bad depending on me. So the music comes from me. So in a sense, it doesn't matter what I use. And because of that, I use what makes me comfortable. Mm-hmm. So I find the gear that makes me feel comfortable, that's easy to use, so that I can make the best music. I don't want to have to be thinking about it. So I play my Fodera guitar because that makes me feel comfortable. I use my Harkey gear, my high drives. I'm very familiar with it. I don't even have to think about it. And a couple years ago, maybe through Harkey, I got that Zoom pedal. It was easy to use. I know how to program it. And when I travel out of the country, it's so small, I can throw it in my suitcase. Yeah. So it makes me comfortable. But again, you know, it doesn't matter what anybody uses as long as it works for you.
Exactly, sure, I get it. Well, yeah, I noticed in some other interview that Reggie talked about his guitar, you know, about why he uses it because it's so small and easy to travel with.
Right. You know, it really comes down to comfort. Mm-hmm. You know, the instrument doesn't make a sound as soon as you put it down, you know. Right. And the great musicians like Hendrix and Jaco, they would play anything. Mm-hmm. I heard stories of Hendrix and Jaco, they'd go to a pawn shop, go to a used music store and get an instrument and play a great concert that night. But, you know, I know that my heroes like Stanley and Marcus, it doesn't matter what you hand them. If they play it, they're going to sound amazing. And then whatever they're playing, everyone's going to want it, you know? So
it's always a great ad. Do you watch like what comes out, some new stuff?
Yeah, I'm usually a little late. You know, on what comes out, right. But I try to pay attention. There's a lot of new instruments, of course. I mean, everyone's making good basses now. Over the years, all the speaker companies have gotten better. Everyone's making good stuff. So it comes down to personal choices. And they have pedals and cell phones that have effects. You can do anything nowadays. There's no more excuses not to sound good anymore.
That's true. That's very true. And do you play anything else other than bass?
I do. If it has strings, I can figure it out. You know,
like a ukulele.
Ukulele, yeah. Guitar, I play a little bit. I play banjo, violin, cello, upright bass, things like that. But I do also play drums. Very little keyboards, but I can get my way around it. Yeah. And just a couple years ago, I bought a horn just because I wanted to learn how to play a wind instrument. So it was a baritone horn.
Badass baritone horn.
Baritone horn, like a euphonium. Yeah, so I'm working on that very slowly.
Great. Do you have any special exercises that you do for the strength of your fingers or something?
You know, no. Besides playing, I don't. But I'm very athletic, and I grew up athletic, playing a lot of sports. I used to do things like karate and kung fu. So I did learn some really nice finger exercise. I had a special teacher he was a martial arts teacher, but he showed me some really good fingering exercises that build up the fingers from the inside and the tendons. So they probably helped, but the main thing is that I've been playing for so long. So I believe that when I was very young and my body was growing, you know, at 1 and 2 years old, I was playing bass. So I think my body grew the right way.
To the bass.
Exactly. So there's nothing that I really do special exercise-wise for the bass, but I do exercise for my whole body and for my mind, because what's most important is being healthy, not just being able to play the bass, but being healthy, period. So I exercise, I stretch, do things like yoga and tai chi, and meditation and eating well. You know, you'll notice back here, you'll see fruit on the table and things like that.
That's very interesting. Can we take a very quick shot of that? Because there is no like bad stuff.
Yeah, you won't find much, you know. You won't find any alcohol and things like that. And I'm not against it. I just don't do it, and neither do my brothers or the band.
Yeah.
Again,
did you ever have any show where you got really wasted or drunk?
I've never drank in my life.
Really?
Never had a drink. No.
Wow.
It's just not for me. I've tasted it, and I realized I don't like the taste. So it's just not for me. But you know, I don't like the taste of tomatoes. I don't like the taste of olives. So it's like that. I'm not against it. I just don't do it.
Yeah, and you don't really need it to have a great time.
No, oh, definitely. You have a greater time without it when you know how, because the time you're having is real.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's okay. I guess that's all.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you for your time, Victor. I'm looking forward to a show and
thank you.
Kill it.
And I will say this: people can find out more at my website, which is victorwooten.com, or on Facebook, and really check out my music camps. For 15 years, I've been running music camps in Nashville, Tennessee, and we would love to see you there. All right, thank you.